These are 8 great tips and tricks that'll work for your S24 and your S23.
Let's starting off with something that can really help with annoying phone calls, that is Bixby text call. So to set this, you need to go ahead and open up your phone application, and then you want to go to the top right where the 3 dots are, tap on that, then hit settings. Then from there, you'll see an option that says Bixby text call. Go ahead and activate that. What this feature does is that anytime you get a phone call coming in, and let's say you're not available to pick it up, or you're a little suspect on what the call is, you can go ahead and hit Bixby text call, and that is going to use the Bixby voice, which is the built-in voice assistant in Samsung phones.
Hi, I'm using Bixby Text Call to convert your voice into text and respond to you. If you want to continue, say who you are and why you're calling.
And it's going to go ahead and answer that call for you. And anything that the caller says on the other end will be translated out voice to text back to you. You can actually reply back via text as well and reply back to them in Bixby voice. You can customize out the quick responses, and you can choose different voices as well too if you want to do that. And what's really cool is that if you do want to take the call, you can go ahead and tap on the green call button, and that'll go ahead and seamlessly transfer you into the call just like that. Or if you don't want to take the call, just hit end and you're done like that. This is going to be a great way to make sure you're not wasting time on calls that you don't want. I think this is a pretty cool feature. The next feature is all about getting better audio quality coming from your S23 Ultra, but tailored specifically to you. And where you want to set this is you want to go into settings, then you want to go to where it says sound and vibration. Then from there, you're going to see an option that says sound quality and effects. You want to tap on that. Then you'll see another option that says add app sound. This right here is really cool. What this does is it allows you to customize all the audio, media, and calls from your S23 Ultra tailored specifically to you and your ears and how your hearing profile is. This works with any headphones, doesn't have to be Samsung specific. You gotta be in a quiet room to go through the test. But as you go through it and get everything customized out, you will really notice the differences between having that profile set and not having that profile set. This is a great way to really fine tune that audio, tailor it to you, and get even more customization and personalization out of your S23 Ultra. This feature here is, I really consider it a lifesaver because when I found it, it really helped me with an annoying pain point, especially with Google Maps, which is my preferred app when I'm doing navigation. However, I like to have my phone in landscape mode when I'm driving and navigating around versus having it in portrait mode. And unfortunately, the driving mode that's built into Google Maps only works in portrait mode. It doesn't work in landscape mode. You lose all of it immediately when you turn the phone over. Don't get why Google hasn't fixed this yet. But Samsung did implement something that's really great for this, and that is modes and routines. So you want to go into settings. You want to go down to this modes and routines. You'll see one that's already there for driving. Tap on that, and you can turn this on automatically. You can have it auto detect based upon if you can tell if you're driving or not. But what's really cool about this is this gives you those driving mode features where it'll silence out notifications and calls to let you focus on the road. You can block out apps as well too, and you can specifically choose which apps, which calls, and which text messages can come through. This honestly to me has been a lifesaver because I really hate it when I'm getting a ton of notifications and when I'm trying to focus on driving. And blocking this out is not only pretty much really honestly relaxing, reassuring, but much safer in this instant. And shout out to Samsung for having this, and Google, come on, get on the ball here with this. This feature's been around for a long time on Samsung phones, but it's not talked about as frequently as I think it should be, and it's DeX. And to get to this, you want to go into settings, then go to connected devices. You'll see Samsung DeX, and you'll be able to start DeX from there. But there's a good chance that DeX is already set up. If you go swipe down notifications, go to quick access, you should see DeX as an option there. If you tap on that, it'll also bring it up as well too. This allows you to get a desktop-like interface from your phone to whatever device you want to put it on. Let's say your TV, you can do it wirelessly to, or you can do it right to your computer and connect right to it, and you'll get like this desktop-like interface that you can interact with. You can drag and drop files from your computer and DeX. And on the apps themselves, you can actually open them up and use them in sort of a desktop-like way. Not all the apps are compatible, but it sort of gives you a way to kind of mouse click and kind of navigate it more like a desktop-like experience. What's pretty cool is if you use things like a remote desktop, if you need a remote to your computer at work or something like that, this gives you that desktop-like interface. It's going to be much nicer and easier to navigate around. I thought that was a really cool thing to have here. DeX really needs to be talked about a lot more because when in a pinch, it can be such a really useful thing to have. Trust me, you want to try this one out. Now, this feature is something you're going to feel, interact with daily, but you're not really going to actually see. And that is getting better battery life using performance mode. S23 Ultra already has excellent battery life, but getting performance mode set it really kicks it up a notch. And where you want to set this is you want to go into your settings, go down there where it says battery and device care, tap on battery, scroll down where it says more battery settings, and then you see the option there for performance profile. And there's two options there between standard and light. And I'll show you how to get to this section a lot quicker in just a moment here. But look, you take a look at standard. Standard pretty much is going to be your baseline for everything between processing, your battery, cooling, and whatnot. And light mode will take it down and it will actually prioritize your battery life and cooling over the processing speed. So it basically kind of slows the process down slightly. And from what I've noticed, because I turned this on when I'm on a recent hiking trip, so I was a little bit worried that, okay, I might not be in great place of reception, might affect my battery life. Let me turn this on and get it to squeak a little bit more. I forgot that I turned it on because I've had it on since then. And I can say on average, I've gotten anywhere from 10 to 20% more battery life per day having that on, and haven't noticed any sort of slowdown or hiccups or anything sort of weird going on with my phone with having it turned on. This also doesn't affect games. So if you're playing a lot of games on it, it will ignore the profile and just give you the processing power you need to play the game. This feature is just so cool when I discovered it, because it really took this RW battery life and really even just made it that much better. Kind of amazing that they could make it that much better. And what you can do is if you scroll down your notification shade and you go up to where it says edit button, you can actually edit your quick access buttons, and you can actually drop the performance profile right there. So you can just kind of tap it with one click when you want it on and when you want it off. You'll also only notice it at the very top in the notification section. When you swipe it down, you'll see the little sort of performance icon letting you know that it's on. Other than that, you're really not gonna know what's on. And to be honest with you, I didn't even see any performance hit. Like I said before, this is one of the really solid features to have. I like to say these features are hidden because when you find them, they're so smoothly integrated and so amazing to use. Like if you go into your gallery app right now, and then you tap on an image, and then you tap and hold onto that image, you'll see some waves pop under your finger, and then bam, just like that, you extracted an image from there, and you can use that anywhere. You can copy it, you can share it along, you can save it. It saves the transparency, so you can use it anywhere you want to, in another photo if you want to. It's really cool, really useful for those in the content creating business for sure. And what's really cool about this is you can use it in video as well too. So just line up the video to the point where you want that image, go ahead and pause it, tap in that same area, wait for it, and then boom, it'll pluck out a piece of that you want right on your phone. You can just save it right there. And that's not the only thing you can do. What's really cool is this works for text as well too. So you can see this picture as text. I'm not gluten-free myself, but this is some pretty good gluten-free bread. And when you tap on the lettering, it will actually sense that, and you can actually copy the text from that image and you can paste it anywhere that you need to. And I just found out recently, before recording this video, that this works in video as well too, and that's pretty cool. Just a real amazing feature to have. Speaking of nice things, let's say you want to take a nice photo of yourself and your friends, but you don't want to do this sort of selfie arm thing, and you want to use a tripod, or you want to lean it against something. All you need to do is slide out your S Pen, and then from there, hit the button one time and hold it down. That'll bring up your camera application automatically. And what's pretty cool here, tap once, you take a photo, you tap twice, it'll flip between the rear and front facing cameras. What's really nice about this also works with video as well too, with the same actions. This is a really nice thing to have when you just need to take the photo and you want to take it in a way that doesn't look like a selfie and you want to get the grand scape of something. It's really cool. Now, another thing that you can use as well too is voice commands. And if you say anything like shoot, capture, and smile, you'll automatically take the photo for it. And this works in front and rear facing camera. But speaking of the front facing camera, if you put your hand up, just like that, it will actually recognize that it's your palm, and it'll count down and take a photo for you just like that. And that's another pretty cool feature to have. But you need to make sure these things are turned on. And the way you do that is you need to go into your camera's settings. You want to make sure on the photo app, go to camera settings, and then you want to go down to where it says shooting methods. And you'll see inside of there the options for the voice and the options for the palm as well too. Now, another nice method to have is that let's say you meant to take a video instead of a photo and you're in the photo mode. You tap and hold on the photo button, it will actually start recording a video based on your last video settings. And if you slide it up, it will lock it in and allow you to record video. And you can actually take some pictures at the same time as well too. This is very useful for those moments where you really did maybe to take a video and you took a photo, but you need to kind of get to that mode real quickly. It's a real nice shortcut to have. Now, another nice thing to have, let's say you're watching the video on your phone, but you can't hear the audio, or you can't listen to it in the moment, you don't have your headphones. There's actually an option for live caption, which if you tap on the volume button, you'll see the little three dots, tap on that, and you'll see in the top left corner live captions.
and your phone will automatically start to live caption right there in front of you. Anything that's being said, you can see it there, right, pop up in front of you. And what's really cool is you can slide that anywhere you want to on the screen and just have it sit right there and be able to read along if you can't listen to the audio.
That's it for now, and if these tips and tricks help you out, consider subscribing. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.